There he is. It's fix-it day at the sawmill, and he's very confused. What you doing, Danny? What you doing, Danny? What you doing, Danny? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sawmill. No, I did not sit on this and do that. However, I got to try to fix it today. I came out all full of piss and vinegar this morning and thinking I was going to get milling, but we got some real bad storms heading this way. I'm not really sure when they're going to get here. So this is going to turn into a little bit of a cleanup day. I got to clean up around the mill. I got to drag out all my sawdust from around my log lifter. And I want to fix this carriage. I'll bring you in close and show you what's happened here. Needless to say, I have not been kind to it. I am sorry about the wind noise. As you can see, I got a big log hung up on my trailer, unloading it the other day, long, like 25-footer. And I had to pick it up by one end because it was hung up on my ramp, rather than just putting the ramp down, which would have made more sense. And as I picked it up and kind of tried to toss it off with the forks, it crushed that protective bracket that's on the top of my forks that looks kind of like that one that's missing the cross brace in it. That is not connected anymore. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but that one's got to be welded back on there. And we're going to try to straighten this one. We're going to try and pull it out so that it looks more like that. And I think what I'm going to do, so I got a chain here. I think I'm going to wrap a chain around it, chain it off to this little maple that's got the top blown out of it. It's still alive, but the top's busted out of it. And I got to take this one out and that one out. Both of them are broken off in the top. So I'm going to chain it off to that, see if I can use the machine to pull on this and pull it kind of back into shape like that. And then after we get this thing back kind of into shape, we are going to grind some bevels on the bottom of this one and get this one welded up. These are here mainly for safety, that something doesn't roll out of the carriage when I have it up in the air and on top of the machine. I could probably live without them because I've never had something come close. However, probably a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this chained off. There's a lot that could go wrong here, so you guys are going to be first to see it. Now, this is a pretty stout piece of metal. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to give her a shot and try to make some adjustments maybe. So let's get this chain wrapped around this tree. I don't have to worry about breaking this chain. That's good because it's huge. I don't have to worry about hurting this tree. Now, I think rather than wrap it around, I'm going to try to hook it on the side first. Like that. Oh, no, it's going to want to slide down. Didn't think of that. Maybe I can get it like this. Yeah, stay right in that crease. Then we'll shorten this up as much as we can for now. And I got Danny down there out of the way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the machine until I get it lined up and then try to swing the machine. Now, it's pretty hard and slippery up here, so I don't know how this is going to work, but let's see how it behaves first. Because if I can get it stood up, I can definitely deal with it. Oh, almost fell down. That would have been a good start. Be like that guy at Spicer Designs who falls down all the time. Let's see what we can tear up here. Oh, it's moving. I want to get straighter on. Oh, it's moving. Oh, hold up. This is working good. Okay, I'm going to take the pressure off and see if it... Oh, that worked out well. Let me see if I can rehook it a little bit and pull the back and twist it. Actually, that worked out great. It didn't break the weld or anything. Oh. I'm going to take a little more slack off. It's a little heavy. Yeah, I'm going to take a little more slack off. It's functional right now, at least. It'll do what it's supposed to do. Now the question is, you kind of get it on the back side and keep it from falling down. I want to pull this side, twist it like that. Oh, I got it. This is a start. That went way better than I thought it was gonna. I don't want to break that weld. I think for right now, I can kind of live with that. Let's get this thing set up top to weld that other one off. And at least I'm back somewhat functional. I probably could push that back a little bit by tilting down and pushing it against something. Let me get unhooked. I think the chain has kind of done its thing here. So it's leaning, I'll get you in close to show you, but it's leaning a little bit forward. It's not bad, but if I tilted down and pushed on something with this, I could probably move it back to where it's supposed to be. And all the welds stayed in place, so that's great. It didn't break it. All right, let's get you in. Let me kill the Bobcat here. Jesus, I'm gonna fall down today, I tell you that right now. So yeah, you guys can kind of see from your angle that it is still twisted a little bit, but it's all still in place. Let's go take a look at it. So the weld stayed intact down there. That's really what I was hoping for. So this thing right now is, I don't know, I can't move it. It's rock solid. It is leaning in that way just a little bit, so I could actually push on it to push it backwards a little. I'm afraid I'm going to tear that weld. But this one here, which broke off right there, need to grind a V on both those pieces, clean them up, get that thing set up on top of there, tack it, and then weld that out. And at least this is back in place. Doesn't look so ugly. All right, you may not be able to see my face, but I want you to see what I'm doing. We're going to do a little weld prep first. Get it cleaned up. I got some pieces of wood down here on the ground to stick under here to prop, because this is kind of stuck down right now, to prop it up so I can work on the bottom of that one too. Let's just see what we can do to get this thing cleaned up so that we can stick it back together. That's pretty good on that side. See if we can get this thing out of the way here so I can flatten it off and hit the backside too. It's going to be hard to get in there. I don't want to bend it because right now it's sprung down to, all I got to do is pull it in a little bit with a ratchet strap and I can get it perfectly lined up. So I don't want to bend it down. Let's just see if I can get it up out of the way. Yeah, this won't work. Just took these out of my firewood pile. Now, let's see if I can get in there and do it like this. Probably would be better if I unhooked. Well, that made a lot more sense. Don't let common sense hit you in the face there, Bill. Let's get the backside of that thing cleaned up. Oh, battery. Damn it. How'd that thing get dead? I think that's probably good enough. All right, we'll get the buzz box set up and see if we can stick this thing together. All right, so let's see if we can get this thing in a position to where I can weld it. Got my little buzz box out here. Little Harbor Freight welders have their place in the world. They are by no means a Hobart or anything else, but I will say this, they do work. Now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to bend it first. Whoa, that didn't work. Now I wish I had it hooked up to the machine. Let's see if we can just wrap a ratchet strap around it. Almost there. It's a little bit crooked. See if I can get the front tacked, and if I can throw something on it to twist it. I got to get it over just a hair more. I got to kind of pick up on it at the same time. It's getting pretty tight here. Oh, there we go. Oh, actually, I can weld it just the way it is right there. Oh, it's perfect right now. It's absolutely perfect right now. All right, let's throw a couple of tacks on it quick. At max 4 on my wire speed. I'm going to spare you guys saying that I'm not a professional welder. I used to do a lot of welding when I was a kid, but with very good machines. This ain't it, but it should work. See if I can, I'm going to clamp it right near it for a second till I get a tack on it. See if I can get one on the other side here. You're going to be seeing my back here, but I apologize. Okay, I'm just going to throw a little more tack on it. Clean some of this metal up in the front, try to get the front tacked here. All right, we're making progress. See if I can go around the other side, see if we can get one all the way across the other side. You'll be able to see better that way. I just got to find a decent ground here. All right, we're stuck in place. I'm going to just clean that off and weld out this side. I'm going to shut you guys off for 1 second. I'm going to get myself a pair of vice grips, see if I can clamp on a better ground here, and bring you back in 1 second. We'll try to finish it up. All right, so I got some vice grips clamped on. We're going to see if we can finish filling this side, and then we'll move over to the other side and see if we can get that welded off. It's a little bit thick stuff for this welder. It's working way better now that I got that clamped off. See if I can fill in that front there. A little bit of a bump there. It's pretty much filled on this side. See if I get any imperfections in it, and I can, well, imperfections as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty solid there. There's one little spot in the front under here. See if I can fill that. Actually, left a little bit of a BB there, but it's welded off now. It's solid. So that's all filled. Let's see if I get you guys a better view. We'll try to fill this side in. So we got to fill in my V here. I'm already tacked off in the front. We just got to fill the V in here and then throw a weld around the back here. See if I can fill the back. Oh, some BBs. You know what? I'm not using any shielding gas, so we can take this right off. No need for it, other than getting spatter on your tip. Did I just say spatter on my tip? Let's see if we can fill this in the back. Actually, that blade in there are okay. Actually, laid in there pretty good. Well, kind of okay till you clean it off and then look at it and it looks like a piece of shit. Still got this one little spot in the back I got to fill in. Very close. Very, very close. And one little spot here. I'm going to move my clamp just a little bit. Good. All right, let's clean it up. That's all good. That's all filled. I see one little spot right there. And I'm having a hard time filling in some of the porosity over here. But I'm going to lay a little bit right here and right here. It's all stuck together. It's not going anywhere, but let's see if we can make it better. Okay, one laid in there good. You know, one little spot on this side. I laid a little bit of a BB there, but it's all welded off. Don't forget to clean your tip while it's hot. Let that welder cool off a little bit, get my hat back on, we'll pull this stuff off. I'll do a little dust off on it and show you guys my poor welds. Wow, it's only 11 minutes. So hopefully you can see that side's all filled in. It looks like I had a little bit of too fast on the wire speed there. It's a little bumpy, but it's all filled in and then filled over the top and bottom. The back side is filled. The front side is filled. This side kind of stinks, but I'm going to show you for 2 seconds. It's a little bit of porosity on this side, some spatter, but it's all filled except for like one little dinky hole right in front of my finger there. But that's going to be way good enough for what we do here. So now at least we got it kind of back in shape. It's functional. Let me get everything put away. We'll do some sort of outro here. So it kind of looks like it's supposed to. Owen's a little bit bent up, but overall, they're back in place. Not perfectly level, but good enough. Oh, there's Danny. He's coming around. So I hope that was fun for some of you. That actually, to be honest with you, it went better than I thought it was going to go. I didn't know how that other one was going to bend up, if it was going to bust the weld loose, and if it had broken the weld loose instead of standing up, it would have been a real pain to get it all bent back the right way. It would have just been easier to cut it off and get new plate and weld one in there with new plate, to be honest with you. But for now, it's completely functional. One other thing, if you guys remember when I destroyed this roller guide on my mill, and I had to put my old style back on, which I am completely happy with. Don't get me wrong. I love being able just to tension up the band and go and not have to worry about anything. Norwood sent me a new bracket, an updated bracket for this to be able to put it back on, heavier duty. And I got to give them a shout out here because I got with the bigwigs. I sent them a message on Messenger the other night just to ask them, can I talk about it? Because I didn't know if they sent it to me and everybody else was going to have to buy the upgrade or what the deal was. And of course, they got right back to me and they said, no, talk about it. We sent one out to every person that bought the 4-axis new and improved roller guide system. So they wanted me to talk about it. I thought that was great. So they had a part that was substandard, but substandard from the fact that in my case, there was an inclusion in a flitch that I was edging, and when I cut into the inclusion, the piece ripped off and smashed into it and bent it. We have been talking about the fact that it was a little flimsy from the beginning, and I'm sure that it was going to get bent eventually. But for them to send them out, and not just send them to me or any of the other influencers that they send stuff to me to test and things like that, but not just because of that, but they sent it out to everyone. Everyone that bought the 4-axis roller guides, they sent out the upgrade. I think that's great. That's how a manufacturer should handle it. That should give you a lot of confidence in Norwood. If you want to buy something from Norwood, if you look in my description of the video below, I have an affiliate link. If you copy and paste that to your browser to take you right to Norwood, and it tells them that you kind of came from my video. Sorry about the wind. But I'm going to get at a few more things. Danny and I have to have some lunch. While I was videoing, I just got an order for another trailer deck, which is nice. We will get into that. I don't know about this coming week, or I'm going to find out what his time frame looks like. We're going to cut it soon. We'll cut it next. but I have to go off site this week. Should be some good video, I hope, but I have to go off site to mill a 30-foot pine log that a customer friend of mine just had taken down up in the woods behind his house. It's laying on the ground right now. They'd already topped it out. They wanted to bring it to me to have me mill it here on the mill, but the problem was where it is, there was no way to get it out. It's too big. We would have had to build a road in and cut trees down to get it out. The arborist thought that he could run a whole bunch of redirects and stuff and drag them down the hill to the road. It would have been an absolute nightmare. This guy's got real nice walking trails and everything. He'd have dragged the crap out of everything. Plus, it would have been $1 billion at whatever that arborist charges an hour. It would have taken him days to get those down, with having to pull it 10 feet and then unrig everything and then go set redirects up and then pull it 10 feet and then go without a machine. Okay, so down a hill without one of them taking off and rolling down and smashing a car driving by if it ended up getting through the woods. So I'm going to mill it with chainsaw mills right in place in his woods. And I think the way that's going to go is I will set up on the top of each log and make my top cuts of, I think it's going to be 3 10-footers. So I'll mill the tops off each one so I have a flat spot. And then I'll be able to make consecutive cuts till I run out of fuel. So I can cut the first log, I can cut the second log, definitely. The third log, I'm probably going to need fuel. So I can go cut, fuel up, cut, fuel up, cut, fuel up, and mill right down through it. And I could probably knock the whole thing out in a couple hours, depending on how thick he wants his boards. I'm hoping he's going to want them at least 2-inch. Let's just hope that, and that he doesn't want inch. If he wants inch, it's going to be a lot of milling. If he wants 2-inch, it's probably only going to be, you know, the base is probably this big, around 25 inches or so. By the time you take your top cut and mill down to where there's not a lot left, probably maybe 10 cuts, maybe a little less. Every time I say 10, it only ends up being like 8. On those logs, each individual log at 10 feet is going to take me about 6 to 8 minutes a cut. So we should be able to mill through it in a couple of hours if I go at it hard. The big problem is I got to pack everything in there. So I'm going to go over there, I think, later today, meet up with him, hike out in his woods and just check it out. Or I'm going to go over tomorrow, one of the two. But we are going to get back at milling, I promise. I don't want to uncover the mill today and have this. We've got some real stormy weather coming, which is why it's so windy. There's a front blew through. We're supposed to get some bad thunderstorms, and I don't want to have to uncover the mill just to cover it back up in an hour. So today's cleanup. Next project's to clean up all the stuff next to the mill over here. And then I have to raise up my log loader and drag all my sawdust out, regrade this whole area, get it all cleaned up, all ready to go for this week. That's what we're going to be up to. And you might see some video of that. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. But thanks for the watch. As always, Danny and I appreciate it. Make sure if you're not subscribed, you click the subscribe button. Hit the little notifications bell so you know when a video comes up from us. Give us a thumbs up if you can. The more interaction you guys have with us, the bigger the channel is going to grow. It's going to be really close this month, whether I hit my minimum payment. Very close. Hopefully I get some watches the next week, because I got to make up about, I don't know, about 15 bucks. That's a lot in YouTube world for me. So if I can make that up in 6 days or so, whatever we got left here, we're going to see. But thanks for the watch. For now, for Danny, myself, Spire Solutions out.